Hello everyone, I hope you're all doing well. I'm Kirti Sophia Panachan, and in today's session we'll be continuing the poem Home by Warsan Shire. A brief introduction about the author was already given in the previous class, and we have learned up till stanza 4. Moving on to stanza 5 of the poem. No one chooses refugee camps or strip searches where your body is left aching, or prison, because prison is safer than a city of fire, and one prison guard in the night is better than a truckload of men who look like your father. No one could take it. No one could stomach it. No one skin would be tough enough. So, in this stanza, the speaker is revealing the tortures the refugees have to face. Refugees don't just decide that they want to live in uncomfortable refugee camps and undergo invasive strip searches or be imprisoned. So these refugees never in their mind wanted to leave their own country. And once they left their country, when they are in a refugee camp in some other country, they are often put to search because they have to shed off their clothes and they are searched for weapons and any sort of illegal things that they might own. That is what the people of the new country believe the refugees have. So that is why the refugees are put to search. And the refugees are telling that if it weren't for the fact that a camp or prison is safer than the war ravaged place left behind, because here the refugees are telling that they are okay with the search, they are okay to be in the prison of a new country because that is more safer than their hometown, because their homeland is a place where a war is happening, and these people, these refugees, are unable to live in their homeland, and that is why they left to a new place. And they are fine with the searches that happen frequently, and also they are absolutely okay if they are kept in prison because they are telling that these places are much more safer than their own country. In the new place, the refugees have to face one more very brutal thing, that they are being raped by foreign prison guards. But here the refugees are telling that they are okay if even if they are raped by a foreign prison guard, they are fine with it because they feel that it is much better than being gang raped by a group of their own fellow countrymen. So the refugees are telling that if they remain in their homeland, they might get raped by their own fellow countrymen over there. And here, when they left their own motherland, now they are in a new country, and here also they are facing these kind of uh, brutal things, that they are being raped, but here they are being raped by a foreign prison guard, not by their own countrymen. And towards the end of the stanza, the speaker is telling that these group of men who gang rape them, they are their fellow countrymen, and they look like your father. That is, they have the same gene within them, they all have the same traits within them, they are fellow countrymen, but still these countrymen never ever have a feeling towards their own countrymen. So that is why they became refugees. And here the speaker is telling that we cannot take it. That is such brutal things. We cannot accept it. We cannot digest it. And it would be very difficult for these refugees to digest such brutality from their own fellow countrymen. Moving on to stanza 6. The go home blacks, refugees, dirty immigrants, asylum seekers, sucking our country dry, niggers with their hands out, they smell strange, savage, messed up their country, and now they want to mess ours up. How do the words, the dirty looks, roll off your backs? Maybe because the blow is softer than a limp torn off. So, in these lines, the speaker is telling nobody could survive all this horror. The speaker is insisting nobody would be strong enough to withstand all this unless they had to. No one would swallow having racist insults and slurs hurled at them in the countries where they settle, where they are called dirty and uncivilized and told to go home, or that they are lazy and just trying to freeload. Refugees put up with their new neighbors, believing that their homeland's horror is the refugees' own fault and that they have come to inflict the same chaos and problems on these new countries. How do refugees deal with all this hatred? The speaker is asking all of us. They deal with it because it's still better than having a body part that is a limb blown off or it is just cut off by a bomb in their war torn home countries. So, in these lines, the speaker is trying to reveal the inner thought of the refugee's mind. They are being tortured by the people in the country that they settled down. They are being called a lot of dirty names, and the people tell that these refugees are responsible for the trouble happening in their homeland, and the new country do not welcome them wholeheartedly or understand the situation of these refugees. But even after all these troubles, these refugees are telling that it's okay to have all these dirty and nasty comments upon them because it's much more safer than being in their own country and suffering a bomb blast and having a limb torn off from their body. So that's all for today. I hope today's session was fruitful for you all. See you again in the next class. Bye bye.